Okay, good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to the Today's Restaurant News Networking Group, Chapter 1. We are a group of vendors in the food service industry who are here to help each other and to help a restaurateur, owner, manager, or chef with any questions or concerns that they may have in running their business. Today, if anybody out there wants to attend one of our meetings or ask any questions, please feel free to contact us at 561-620-8888 or go to our website at trnusa.com. And we have a new face on the board this morning. Jordan, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do, where you're located, and how we can reach you?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Jordan Dyess, and I run TextClubs, which is text message marketing for bars and restaurants and hospitality venues. So, long story short, I was at a bar one night with a couple buddies. It was 5:30, 6 o'clock. Walk out of the bar, and like clockwork, we all get that text message ding with a little vibration on our phone, and we know it's a text. Pick it up, and perfect timing. It's a nightclub that they sent me a good little offer, and we ended up spending a couple $100 at that nightclub. And so as a marketer, I woke up the next morning and assessed what just happened to me psychologically, how they got me in there. And I realized how simple text messages was and how relevant it is today, and how everyone has a phone and everyone sends text messages. And so for bars and restaurants specifically, being able to have a text list and a phone number list of 1,000 people and being able to send that text message out, let's say 12 o'clock for lunch, you're almost guaranteed to turn text into guest. So that's what we do. We send text, you guys get guest. You can, if you want to reach me, you can reach me on LinkedIn, Jordan Dyess, JORDANDYESS. Thank you.
Well, does the restaurateur provide the text addresses, or how do you collect the text messages, numbers?
Yeah, so we have an entire process from A to Z. So building out the text list, we mock up flyers, and then we distribute it all over the online presence. So through social media, the website, they can sign up. So people will sign up and opt in, just like an email list on e-commerce sites. They'll subscribe to the list for events, updates, discounts, anything to do with loyalty. And then we send the text on behalf of the restaurants. So we build the list for them on behalf of the restaurant, and then we send out the text for them. Done for you.
Okay.
No, Dexter.
All right. Thank you. So let's do our intros now, and we'll start out with John Bunn. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, Jordan. Howard, so sorry to hear. Our wishes are with you. My name is John Bunn. I'm with the BH Bunn Company. Our machine ties with twine to secure delivery foods. It's called a bun tying machine. We've been around since 1907. We've been in the bakery industry since the 1930s. Most everybody has seen twine around some sort of a bundle or package in their lifetime. That's us. That's what we've done. We're here today to help restaurants secure their food. New studies out 2 years ago, it was 1 in 4 delivery drivers admit to eating the food they deliver. Today, it's 80%, 8 in 10 get into the food and eat it before they deliver it, among other bad things that they do if you read the results. So we're here to help everybody secure their foods for third-party deliveries, and unfortunately, even some of their own employees. As you can see, our website is buntyco.com. My email is info@buntyco.com, and our phone number is 800-222-BUN, B-U-N-N. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to go to Peter next. Peter, I'm going to put you on the spot for a second, if you can. In our early meeting, we have a business broker in that group, and he mentioned he did a presentation today about how to prepare your business for sale. especially in this economy. Maybe you want to touch on that in your intro.
Good morning, Peter Robinson, Hudson Robinson Business Brokerage. I'm located in Boca Raton, Florida. I work throughout the state of Florida. I'd like to extend my sympathies to the Appel family. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Business brokering is an interesting experience. One of the things that you want to do, and it's very hard for many sellers to do, is get their financial records in order, get them together. 3 years tax returns, 3 years profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and then the confirmation of those things. I would say many times it could take 3 weeks to even longer to do that. Second of all, as you begin to sell the business, don't change anything. Try not to change. Don't change the amount of inventory that you buy. Don't change your key employees. Don't make any big decisions that will affect the value of your business. What's very essential also is make sure what you say you can back up in facts. Make sure that you're straightforward, that what you say, everything that you say is forthright, upfront, and appropriate. So anyway, thank you for the question, Howard.
Okay. And how do we reach you, Peter?
561-445-8198. My website is hudsonrobinson.com. Thank you.
All right, thank you. John Marinek, good morning.
Good morning, John Marinek Food Service Consultants. And Peter, you've helped a good friend of ours and a client of ours, and you've really led him the right direction. So Peter does know what he's doing. We do design for restaurants and hotels, anything in the kitchen in the back of the house. So if you need a restaurant designed, we're the people to turn to. So thank you. 954-817-1183. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Darren, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Darren Gall, Tracy.net. Howard, again, and Terry, my sympathy goes out to you and your family. What a tragic loss. Shouldn't happen in this country, but it seems to be one of the highest in that, so it's terrible. We are a communications consulting and solution provider. What does that mean? We work with all the carriers, as it came up earlier in the meeting. Comcast, we are a representative of Comcast. So for any business solutions, whether it be Comcast, AT&T, Zoom, actually a partner of all these companies and more. So any customer who's struggling with their communications, whether it be internet connectivity, whether it be phones, those are things that we do. We even get into full SD-WAN solutions, cybersecurity, that type of stuff as well. So we take the aches and pains out of communications. We make it easy to find the right solution for your business at a price within your budget. So if you know anybody who hasn't looked at a phone bill in the last couple of years, that's probably a good lead for us, as we can help them walk through and make sure it's doing what they need it to do. Darren Gall, Tracy.net. It's TRACI.net, which is our website as well. And our number is 800-881-8899 or sales@tracy.net for email. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask Darren a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, if a member in this group, I just got an email from a member, he's with a Comcast manager.
I took care of it already, Terry.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Is a returning visitor, Chandler? Good morning. Welcome back.
Yeah, good morning. Good to be back. I'll give you the
Welcome.
introduction. My name's Chandler. I work for a iGaming company called Growth Leads. We're an affiliate, and we also do a whole lot more on the content side as well. Our US project with a lot of steam going for it right now is promoguy.us. What it is it's a sports betting website that's kind of like Coupon Collector or Expedia.com, where we will show you all the different basically odds, but prices, the money that you'll get back from making a sports bet, so you can choose where to do it the wisest. One of our goals is to make smarter betters by telling people, where they can take advantage of certain promotions and such, as our name indicates. And what I'm doing here is we are looking to partner. We think it's a great possibility with sports bars and restaurants with kind of a heavy connection to sports, to have some branded advertising in their bar or restaurant, where we have QR codes that can then be tracked to signups and such, and to our website, and share on a revenue share basis. Also, there could be an opportunity for more experience style advertising, where we've seen other restaurants do this, and other partnerships between big names in restaurants and big names in sports books, where there'll be an event for, let's say, the Super Bowl coming up, or March Madness, where we would then, provide our spiel and our information on how people can take advantage of these sportsbook offers and our general sports betting strategy, and get it into the sports bar for people to enjoy and turn it into an event.
Okay, well, thank you. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Howard, the noise.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who it is.
I think I'm not sure, but I think it's Mr. Gottesman.
No, he's on mute.
He's on mute. Well,
Yeah.
somebody, okay, because it's hard to hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyhow, all right. Rob Smith, good morning.
Hey, good morning. As everyone else, I express my deepest condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
My name is Rob Smith, and I solve the labor shortage for small to medium-sized quick service restaurants by replacing human cashiers with these self-ordering kiosks like the one behind me. Self-ordering kiosks never call in sick. They never ask for vacation. They don't need any training. They don't require any company benefits except a little bit of electricity. They never take smoke breaks, and they're fully trustworthy. Kiosks improve the customer experience because people buy with their eyes, increase the average ticket size using automatic upselling, increase order accuracy, and legitimize small business by deploying big business technology. I'm also proud to say that Grubber is a 2022 Innovation Awards finalist. So we're pretty excited about that. We're also in negotiations with a super large national tourist attraction. Can't tell you who it is, but it is huge. Could be one of our biggest clients ever. They do 300 transactions per hour. I can be reached at rsmith@touchsuite, SUITE.com, or 561-609-6405. Thank you.
Thank you. Terry Lena, good morning.
Good morning. My condolences as well. I will say a prayer for your family.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My name is Terry Lena. I work for Workwear Outfitters, and what we do is we manufacture apparel under the Dickies, Red Cap, Bulwark, Forest Small, and we also now have Kodiak and Terra footwear. We work through our distributor partners, and that's how we sell our products, and online as well. One of the things that we're really good about doing is we go in and we work with the end user to provide samples so they can at least touch and feel the garments before they commit to buying them. My contact information is terry.lena@wwof.com. My phone is 720-244-4972. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sal, good morning. And why don't you introduce your associate?
Hello, everyone. With me today is Rashelle. She is our VP of Sales in the US. So thank you for joining, Rashelle.
Welcome.
We are Ser.Vi. We make service faster for busy restaurants and bars. We also help with the staffing shortage for full service restaurants that typically take orders at the table. So we provide beautiful QR menus that go on the tables. These menus also take the order and the payments, and they print the tickets in the kitchen and the bar. So the staff just get the order and make it and run it. We allow restaurants to run with about a third of the front of house staff as they previously needed. They can either use this to cut staff cost or to operate at full efficiency with less staff. So if you know any restaurants dealing with staff costing issues, or it just has a staff shortage, but they are a full service casual dining restaurant, we can definitely help. You can reach us at get.Ser.Vi. I'll put it in the chat, but it's get.ser.vi, and I am Sal at ser.vi for email.
Okay, Rashelle, you want to say anything? Here, got you on mute.
Yes.
There you go.
This is my first time being in the meeting, and I do want to say, Howard, I am so sorry to hear about your loss.
Thank you.
But thank you for having me today. I think Sal did a great job introducing us, but I just wanted to say I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Well, glad to have you. Let's go to Ron Weber. And I want to thank Ron for doing some business with us. We appreciate it. Ron's ad will appear in our February issue, and we did an email blast for him on Wednesday, I believe it was, and so far great numbers.
Okay, well, thank you for all of that, and look forward to working with you, Howard, and your staff, and along with everybody else. I'm sorry for your loss to you and the rest of your family.
Thank you.
I represent MindLab. We have a product that we're a leading manufacturer of metal detection, gold detection, counter mining. We have launched a new product in April using metal technology to help restaurants save money, avoiding their staff throwing away silverware. In addition to silverware, we have labels that can be attached to things like ramekins that are in different types of material, whether it be porcelain or what have you, that will make them detectable. We've had good success since April, and we're continuing on the road through 2023 to continue to build on the restaurants that we've sold these to across the country. We currently work with a handful of distributors as well as some direct sell programs. I can be reached at ron.weber@mindlab.com, and my phone is 630-396-6527.
Good, thank you. Terry A., good morning.
Good morning. I don't know that I've been called that before, and I don't know if good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The new faces are always welcome and a kind addition to our meetings. We love new people.
We love old people too.
Anyways, sorry, I'm not in a chirpy mood. I would like to say that anybody that wants a sample of anything coming in to Florida or Georgia, and I've now recently had staff members tell us that we're getting a lot of information from Alabama. So I've started adding Alabama leads to our monthly lead list. There's not a lot right now, maybe a dozen or so, but they will continue to grow. So Georgia will be a combination of Alabama and Georgia. This is a monthly sales report lead that we offer. And there's probably 40 to 60 new leads in Florida, sometimes 70. I mean, a lot every month, brand new leads. And we give you the owners' names, phone numbers, addresses, the stages where they're at in their construction, planning, or permitting. Anybody that needs a sample, just send me an email, terry@trnusa.com, and I'm more than happy to send it out to you. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's,
Howard, I just want to say something. I want to talk about your email service. Over the years, I've done emailing where Mr. Howard Appel has sent out advertising on my behalf, and I will tell you that the cost and the benefit is excellent. I always get phone calls. I always get phone calls. It's up to me to encourage the party to work with me, but I always get phone calls. And if you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. The open rate is excellent, and here's the reason why it's excellent. It's excellent because Mr. Appel has spent the last 25 years or so creating a name brand. So people actually open up the email. I've gone into restaurants around the state of Florida over the years, and they know my name, and I appreciate that. So thank you for your effort, Howard.
good, thank you. Thanks for the heads up.
Thanks very much.
You want to have lunch today, Peter?
Well, we actually know who's paying.
Peter, do your intro so I know what you do.
This
So
has
I-
been a paid public service announcement. All right. John McCabe, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry I was late getting here. Very sorry for your loss, Howard and Terry.
Thank you.
I'm up at Penn State for the weekend for a retail course on ice cream here for 3 days. It's going to be exciting. It's about the 18th year what we've done this, and it's a real education. Probably Penn State's probably the authority in ice cream in the United States. So we're really happy to be here. I'm John McCabe. I'm with Carpigiani, which are a division of the Ollie Group in Wellbuilt, and we will be at the NAFLM next week. If anyone is coming, I know Howard and Terry will be there, maybe John. Look forward to seeing you. And it's a big show for equipment dealers and design people. So we're looking forward to that. Just got back. I didn't get back, but the company just got back from a big ice cream show in Italy, and it was really as good as it used to be before the COVID. So they're pretty excited the way things are bouncing back. I can be reached at 401-368-6406 or John M at carpigiani-usa.com. I look forward to helping anyone who wants to get into the ice cream, gelato, or frozen pastry business. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. John, based on recent events, John, I don't think Terry and I will be there.
Okay,
Okay, sorry.
we'll miss you. I
Yeah.
understand.
All right, let's go to the three amigos.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chris, you ready?
What's that, John?
Are you ready?
Sure.
He's always ready.
Like E.F. Hutton.
First of all, Howard and Terry, again, condolences.
Yeah,
Thank you.
same here.
Thank you.
Quite a tragedy. We'll say a prayer. God's got a plan. Sometimes we
You
don't
bet. Thank you, Chris.
ever understand it sometimes, but there's always a plan. So anyway, we are strategic supply chain partners. We function as an outsourced purchasing department for our clients. Our client base typically is small to mid-market restaurant groups that aren't going to have sophisticated in-house purchasing. We work with them to improve distribution agreements and supplier agreements. We're having amazing success. We're 8 to 15% savings every client we work with. We're working with some clients on trash pickup and cleaning chemicals and utilities, and seeing as good or better savings in those areas. It's frankly shocking sometimes what we are identifying for our clients. They're loving it. So all good. We also do operational consulting work. We're actually working with 2 of our clients on that side as well, helping them put together franchise programs. We also work with distributors to negotiate better pricing for clients. Had We just wrapped up financial reporting for last year. We saw 50% growth last year, which we're pretty excited about it. And we see that kind of potential again this year as we continue to add clients. And more clients we have, the more purchasing power on their behalf we're able to leverage to continue to provide better pricing structures for them. So that being said, Kevin, I see that you are on video now. You want to add anything to that little chit chat? You're on mute, buddy. You're on mute.
We got him on video, but we got him on mute.
You're on mute. I don't think he can hear us either.
No, we can't hear you.
Just send him a text to see if he reads it.
Sorry.
There you are.
I think I'm there. Can you
Yeah,
hear
you're
me?
good.
Sorry. The mute box keeps on moving around on me. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you'd like to reach out to us, please do so at www.ssc.partners. Take a look at our website. It's pretty comprehensive. Or you can reach out to me, Kevin Anderson, at 407-497-9495, and I am up in the Orlando market.
Okay, and how about you, John?
You can reach me at PR549. I do add, most of you guys are in Florida. If there's anybody you want me to concentrate on in the state of Georgia, just give me a call. I'm a bulldog. I'll go after them.
Yeah, how'd you make out with what I sent you?
I have not heard back from him yet. I've called him and I've emailed him.
Okay. He didn't show up this morning. So.
He's somewhere, probably on vacation.
It could be. I called somebody yesterday to come to the meeting today, and I got, I think her husband, and he said, well, she's not going to come today nor next week because we're going on vacation. We're going on a cruise.
Wow.
So she'll be in 2 weeks.
Mike Glover, who we talked to yesterday, who was supposed to be here this morning, but he must got tied up.
Okay. Let's see. Jeff Krantz, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, I've been incommunicado. We were hacked on Monday and I'm just barely got on today.
Oh, no.
Yeah, totally. It was the worst week of my whole life.
Oh, my gosh.
What
I
happened?
must have opened up an email that I shouldn't have, and we've had my computer systems have been down all week. We just got them online this morning. But yeah, but by the way, my name is Jeff Krantz. I'm from Cocard Payment Systems. I'm in the electronic transaction business. I've been in business in 1988. There's nothing in the transfer of electronic funds that we can't do. We're connected to every single major processor out there and every single equipment vendor out there. Other than that, I'm just like every other guy. I knock on doors. I call people up. And based on what my wife says, I'm a fairly nice guy.
You are a fairly nice guy.
Not a great guy, fairly nice.
No, you're a great guy. Very nice.
What do you find more successful, knocking on doors or calling people?
You know, I had that discussion yesterday with my son. I used to I was up until about 3-4 months ago, I was telling him, don't knock on doors. It's just not working. Go ahead and make phone calls, see if you can contact people. And in the last month or so, knocking on doors has been much more successful. I don't know why. Maybe because it's face-to-face, maybe because you could actually explain something to somebody. But the knocking on doors, I thought was over with about 5 years ago.
No, it's not.
And now it seems to be better. I mean, when we go to visit our customers, or the people that we do business with, I tell my son and I tell my 2 salespeople, go ahead and go to all the stores in the area. The worst thing that could happen is they throw you out. I've been thrown out of 1,000 stores. I mean,
Jeff, question, do you provide payment processing for restaurants?
Excuse me?
You provide payment processing for restaurants?
Totally.
Okay. So
Everything.
Ser.Vi takes the payment and works with your payment. Like we work with the restaurant's payment company. So
Yes, we work with all the
we
software.
align with whatever payment option the restaurant wants to use.
Exactly. We work with First Data, NPC Chase. We work with TSYS, with Global, all the other small companies as well. But we're totally connected to the three major processes: First Data, TSYS Global, and NPC WorldPay. We've been doing business with them for 25 years or more. And First Data is our big hitter. And we do somewhere around $6 or $7 billion worth of transactions just with First Data. And I'm a small fry in a company, but we have 15 guys that when we started this business, we started it again back in 2014. All of us got together and set up CoCard. We were working together as CoCard since around 2016, but we organized it into a group, and now we have over 80 offices across the country and about another 100 affiliates. So we're a fairly large processing company, and we have a big footprint with the major processors, so we can get a lot of things done that a lot of people can't do. Thank you very much. That's my presentation.
Speaking of which, if anybody wants to do a presentation at this group, either volunteer now or let me know so that I can schedule you. I think it's advantageous to do so, so that everybody fully understands what you do, so that when we're out in the field, we can actually speak with some knowledge about what you do.
Well,
Howard, what I'd like to do maybe is, based on just what Jeff described about getting hacked and the impact it had, is bring in our security expert one of these times to do a presentation on cybersecurity training and awareness and how simple actions and behaviors can fix and eliminate these types of problems. So,
that would be
let me
great.
know some available dates. And this
Will.
guy's also a lead presenter for Toastmaster, so he does very well with the public speaking aspect. So
I'm going to tell you, everybody, this is what happened to us. Every single banking and credit card operation personally was hacked. And we've been spending the last 4 days just doing one thing: calling people up, changing credit card numbers, changing persons that are allowed to do things. It's been a monumental situation, and I hope nobody else has to go through this.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so what this does is it gives you basically gives you weekly videos that talk about the latest things of what's going, and you go through and answer quiz questions. In the initial part, you do a training awareness, but it's just it's always changing, so it's always good to have in front of you information, and it's not that expensive on a per user basis to sign up for this. So
I would imagine so. But
well,
my only suggestion to everybody is don't open up an email that you don't know anything about.
right. Especially with it. Yeah, we're coming to you, Rob. Hold on. We got a volunteer to do a presentation. Sal volunteered, and Sal, would you be ready next week?
Certainly, yes.
Okay, so you take next week. Darren, I'll give you a chance to speak to your friend and schedule anytime after that. And if anybody else wants to, all right, Rob, hold on. We're coming to you right now. I was going to give you an introduction, you and Helen an introduction, but you're stepping on me. Hold on. Take yourself off mute.
Helen, I want to talk to you after the meeting.
Yes, I was planning on that.
I want to talk to you also. Helen.
Sir.
And Helen and Rob are not vendors per se. They are opening up a restaurant business. I'm sorry, an ice cream business. And Rob, you're still on mute, so I'm going to talk to Helen.
Did you mute him or did he do it himself? Did you mute him or did he do it himself?
I did it.
Well, he can't hear you.
No, can you mute? I can't do it for him. Damn it.
I know I can't do it either.
You're muted.
And anyway, why don't you tell us what you're doing, Helen? And
Okay.
I'll try to figure it out while you're talking.
Okay. My husband, son, and I are starting Delicious Spoonfuls. It's a nonprofit in the works as soon as the IRS gets around to it. And we are based on the employment of people with special needs, especially those with Down syndrome, autism, and mental illness. And we've had a few events, small events so far. We're just buying our cart finally. And we will be able to do events in South Florida, whether it be weddings, birthday parties, events at synagogues, churches, whatever.
Do you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to interact one thing. I didn't get a chance to really do this before. In reference to Jeff Cran's things, we have somebody in our networking group. He's Israeli, and he does absolutely fantastic cybersecurity. He's registered in Washington. And if you want, Jeff, I can have him meet you. He's absolutely stupendous. Another thing is we have another young lady who absolutely does great SEO, and hopefully we'll be able to get the word out. But first of all, Howard and Terry, I want to say how sorry I am. If there's anything Helen and I could do for you, that's great. The second thing I want to say is this is the best restaurant Zoom organization, I think, in the United States. You've helped us tremendously between getting introduction to the restaurant lodging show and the vendors there, especially Bento Box, which we're about to launch our website with. Also, just referenced in the carts and everything. Every place I go, I mention your name, and either somebody knows you or whatever it is. So, I do whatever I can to help you succeed in every way we can.
Yeah,
and we're going to be members very soon. The thing is, my wife and I were starting this mobile ice cream business to employ people with disabilities and autism and Down syndrome. We just had an expo at Colony West this week. Jeff, I saw your associate there. It was really great. Jeff, everything was really great. So we got a lot of sales there. But the thing is that I'm finding out there right now more than anything else that a lot of people are doing a lot of mobile trucks and a lot of more or less vending like we're doing because they can't afford, unfortunately, the rising rents in the storefronts and everything. I spoke to 24 people this week, and they're all having the same kind of problem. So, anyway, that's what we do. It's called Delicious Spoonfuls. We're a nonprofit. I'm trying to get a lot of things done out today because I'm very busy. I got a lot of see some other people. But that's what we do for a living, and we intend to do a lot of. We're going to be doing a lot. I have a cousin who's a food broker, is able to get a new type of ice cream in a lot of the kosher stores. We already got something lined up for aromas after Passover, so it's really very exciting what we're doing.
Great, thank you. Did I miss anybody? So I want to double back to Jordan. Now that you've seen everybody do their presentations here, you want to add anything to what you said?
Yeah, sure. So I try to keep it as simple as possible because I love marketing so much and digital marketing. So I can talk my head off about it and get a little too informative and then just confuse. At the core of what we do is we send text on behalf of the restaurants so that you can get guests. I work with a nightclub where last week we sent out one text. They got 122 guests in the door and generated around $6,600. So the power of text messages, everyone has a phone and everyone opens their phone. And so the ability to build a text list, just like an email list, is incredibly powerful because everyone opens their text messages, right? And so all we do, once again, is that from A to Z, we build out the marketing so that you can acquire subscribers. And then we send text on the back end for you. We write the copy, we do the design, everything.
I think Helen has a question.
Do you have a hard time gathering the people that allow text messaging? And are you able to do it for a particular area? Let's say one day we're have an event to the east and another day to the north, and I want to just send it out to people in that specific area and say, we're at this green market or that church or whatever.
Yeah, so I've got a food truck that is a little hot dog stand, and he goes to different places at different points in times, and he builds up a text list. If you're going to start from scratch, right, Helen?
Right.
And-
Well, I mean, I have a database, but it's not huge.
Right. So the problem is getting the new subscribers, right?
Right.
And so in order to get new subscribers, you can do it through two ways: organic or paid. So you can pay for
Right.
eyeballs, right? Because everything's run off eyeballs, awareness.
Of course.
So you can pay for the eyeballs using Facebook or Instagram advertising, or even TikTok's working a lot. Or you can grow it organically, which is going to take a lot longer, but you're going to build it for free. Basically, you're going to build eyeballs for free. And how you do that is through social media. And you'd either learn social media or get a social media marketer, and you drive all those eyeballs to the text message program.
Mm-hmm.
Now, organic's
Okay.
just, it's going to take a lot longer. It's more like almost like, I don't know if that is your spouse, but almost like what you were
Yes.
saying, how SEO is a very long-term play. So 6-12 months, you'll start to get on the front
Right.
page of Google or yada, yada, yada. But yeah, in terms of acquiring the subscribers, what I usually do is we work with people who already have a presence built up on social media, where we can just launch it, and in 24 hours, they have 1,000 subscribers. So we just kickstart the program. But if you're starting from totally scratch, the best opportunity, especially for location-based ads like that, is to run paid advertising.
Don't people have to opt in?
Yeah. So Howard, Helen, Jordan, I'd like to talk to you about how I can help get organic SMS subscribers for you. So what Ser.Vi does is we work with food trucks as well as fast casual restaurants. So a QR code to order, and people can see your menu, place the order, and pay. You get the order inside, and our system allows you to send an SMS.
Sal, it sounds great, but like our whole focus is to get more employees
Sure.
that are having,
Understood.
not
There's
seen
no
as
reason to not still
employable.
have employees. So,
Yeah.
but it's still efficient, right? And you
Right,
still have employees, but now you've got the customer has your business on their phone in their browser at that moment, and there's an opt-in on checkout. A simple one checkbox says, I want to receive offers. And if there's any communication that offers are forthcoming, you're going to see over 5% of those customers actually check that box.
Okay.
So we provide those to you directly from our system in a Google Sheet on a weekly, monthly basis.
Okay.
So it's a great way. So all I would like to do right now is ask, can we follow up after the meeting and have a discussion about
Sure,
that?
I have a meeting scheduled with Jeff, but after that, we could talk.
Okay, great. Can you message me your phone number in the
Sure.
Zoom? Thanks, Helen.
You'll get it in the email that I send out.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
Sal.
Sal, I could give it to you now. It's 561-676-2078. Got that?
You're on mute, Sal.
Okay, sorry.
or
Let's
no?
see. 561
676
676
2078.
2078. Thank you very much, Helen.
Okay.
Howard, to answer your question on that, yes, people do have to be opting in to receive messages. SMS, the FCC is really cracking down on that right
Yeah,
now.
I
And
know
as a
that.
carrier, we have to jump through hoops to make sure our people are registered as legit businesses when they're sending bulk messaging. So it is a a very, very tricky fine line to walk. And you've got to make
Hang on
sure
one
that you can
second.
back up that opt-in, is because if not, you're in deep trouble. So someone like Jordan using a service that knows the rules is very important, because if you try and do it on your own, you could wind up with some serious fines.
Yep.
You know, I'm just thinking when you guys are talking, and some of the email blasts that I do for clients, maybe we can consider putting a box in, asking them to opt into text messaging.
Yeah.
Jordan, can I ask you something? Jordan? Yeah, the thing is, what Helen was saying before is, what Darren was saying is 100% right. You can't just send out emails to people. You can get heavily fined. And
we're talking about text messages. Email is
I'm
a
talking
little
about
different.
text messages, but I think email messages too. I mean, you have the same thing. You just can't take somebody's email and send it out there, and you'll get in trouble.
You don't want to do that. That's how I got into trouble.
No, you
Opening up
can't.
an email.
Listen, I've been
and text.
I've been
But I'm
doing
just saying,
email. I've been
if you
doing
know the
email blasts
person-
for a good number of years, and we've accumulated a database of close to 22,000, well, over 22,000 names. And if we send out an e-blast on behalf of a client, we'll only get perhaps 3 or 4 people opt out, and most of the time we never get. I'm going to jinx myself. We never get reported as spam.
Yeah, but you got to be careful. I mean, if you know those people, great. You just can't send it out, haphazardly.
You run into trouble when you buy a list.
Right.
Because
but if I know somebody,
Helen has her hand raised.
No, but if I don't know somebody out there and I send something out, I just
that's why we do it.
To be clear, I think it's really powerful to get the customer's permission at that moment. Once they're paying customer, they like your product, they bought it, and now it's an easy way to say, yeah, I'm in for more, because those people are going to be more likely to click through and actually respond than people who have no idea who you are and why they're getting a message.
Yeah.
Jordan,
I'd like to hear Jordan. I would like to
Helen.
hear Jordan's response, because Jordan is in that business. What about texting? How is texting handled legally?
Yeah. So what Darren is talking about is 10 DLC, which just came out. They're getting rid of short codes, and compliance is a major issue. I have about 1,000.
That's a big deal.
I've got 1,000 restaurant owners on my LinkedIn, and only about 2% of the market sends text messages right now. So there's a massive hole. And so for the people that do get into it, if they understand compliance and how to do double opt-ins, then they're in for making bread. But the ones who are on my list, about, I would say 70% of them that I found already doing text messaging are not compliant. And, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not giving advice, but that could drown your business if you don't have compliance set up. It can completely drown your business. And so what I do is I'm fully compliant. I've taken courses. I'm certified. There's not an official certification, but I've taken enough courses, and I understand. I put it on my back with a contract that I take it on legally, just because I'm fully confident in myself and I know the compliance around it. I've studied under $100 million email and SMS marketer in the online world, so the whole direct to consumer e-commerce. So I've taken this and brought it to restaurants, and so I know the compliance like the back of my hand.
Thank you.
But
Jordan, you and I and Helen have got to
Yeah.
talk.
No, I was just going to say, we have a friend who speaks about fraud prevention. So if you're looking for a speaker on that,
I'm sorry, on what?
on fraud prevention, like clicking on the
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
emails, nonsense.
Oh,
So-
okay, we'll talk.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to say before I end the meeting? So next week, Sal, you're going to do the presentation next week. Darren, you're going to contact your associate to see when he's available. Chandler, I know you expressed an interest in doing a presentation once you become a member. And
Me.
and Robert. Okay, send me an email, Robert, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna write it down so I can.
Gotta drop. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
All right. So again, all, thank you for coming. I appreciate you all coming. And Jordan, great to have you here. We'll hope you come back. Everybody else, have a great weekend. I'm gonna end the meeting now officially, but I'll stick around.